So Tom Meyer, the superintendent of the Bellevue Community School District, again with this week's Believe in the Blue update. I just want to go over a few things. The school year is off and running. We have a weekend now, counting today. Got off to a great start with everything and everyone. One update for people right now, our Facebook page has potentially been hacked or something. I'm not really sure. I'm going through a process with Facebook to get verification again. Hopefully that will be up soon. In the meantime, if you're watching this, you either got it off our website or you got it off Twitter more than likely. And with that, the Twitter handle to find it is Tom Meyer BHS. You can find it there. So hopefully we'll have Facebook up and running here shortly. Been around a lot of the buildings posting things on Twitter as much as I could until Facebook about Tuesday. I think that ended. So hopefully that gets taken care of sooner than later, but want people to be aware of that. A few things upcoming tonight. We have a football game at Easton Valley. That's high school football. That's a varsity game at Easton Valley. The JV game was canceled based on Easton Valley's numbers and and not being able to play a JV game, which is supposed to be last night. We will have a JV game next week, but I'll get to that in a second. So we have varsity football at Easton Valley tonight. Tomorrow, our high school or our varsity volleyball team goes to Easton Valley, and that's actually going to be in Miles. The football game tonight is in Preston, but we go to Miles tomorrow at 9 o'clock for the Easton Valley tournament. Monday, varsity volleyball is at Easton Valley. The JV begins at 5 o'clock. Tuesday night we have a cross country meet. The twilight meet is coming up, and that will be at 7:45. There's a parent or adult run that will be at 8 o'clock. You're more than welcome to attend that. That's a mile run around the track. The cross country runners will actually be running around the Bellevue Middle School High School campus that way. It's the third year we've had that. Speaking of cross country, they got off to a great start last week or this week. They had a meet at Wahlert on Tuesday evening. Andrew Meyer was the first place runner. Andrew Segala finished third. Eli Witt finished eighth, I believe. But the team ran well. Mr. Jess was quite happy with that. Volleyball at the same time got off to they had their first game on Monday evening, got off to a great start in game one there, won game one, ended up losing the next three, but played hard and see some definite progress happening there and some good things happening there in the future, being this year and beyond. So two good starts that way. Hope we get off to a great start in football tonight as well. On Thursday night, middle school volleyball is at Comanche, and that's at 4 o'clock. There's also JV football versus Comanche. That's at home at 5:30. And then there's also high school volleyball. That's fresh soft JV and varsity at Comanche at 6 o'clock. So we have two things at home. I mean, two things on the road and one thing at home versus Comanche next week. And then on next Thursday, and then on Friday evening, we play varsity football versus Comanche, and that's at 7 o'clock that way. So looking forward to getting all those games going as well. A couple things just as a couple points of emphasis we're putting in place here for this year with student learning is, to go beyond the typical educational experiences that schools offer. We believe it's very important for our students to get out into the community, learn things beyond the textbook, like I've mentioned many other times, and to also learn things beyond proficiency in math, literacy, and science, but also preparing for life and all those other curricular areas as well are very important that way. Want to allow, in the process of that, we want to allow for problem solving that truly matters to students, matters in their lives, and matters for their future, regardless if they're in kindergarten, second grade, fifth grade, ninth grade, or a senior. We need to be preparing them for their future. We also want to work to enhance their creativity, resilience, persistence, curiosity, endurance. We want to develop those skills that they're going to need later on in life to be successful. Things don't always come easy. You may fail sometimes, but it's keeping with things and being persistent and really having the courage to move on and the leadership capabilities to help others move on as well. We also want to allow for communication opportunities and social skills to develop, and part of that is developed in school, but the bigger part of that is developed outside of school, talking to people outside the classroom walls, going out and visiting different areas. And we really want to develop their life skills for the rest of their lives. The primary aim of education is not to enable students to do well in school, but to assist them to do well in their lives outside of school. So those are some key things that way. One thing I want to mention, you'll see when you come out here beginning next week or whatever, we put together some historical pictures and historical information about the district and some of about the city of Bellevue. That way, that was given to the school by someone, and it's actually over at the senior center right now, displayed over there. We'll have it over in the building here starting on Wednesday or so next week. We've had it done for about a week. Had it over here, showed it to staff during professional development, and so we'll bring that back over here, but you're welcome to come look at that anytime. It'll be in our Hall of Pride. Just some different perspectives and different things that have happened throughout the years as it gives a history of the Bellevue schools from about 1848, or actually a little bit before 1848, on to the present day that way. It's about 6 big poster boards which have been laminated with information, and we may be adding to that as well. So just some information that way. If you have any questions, any concerns, please feel free to contact the school at any time. But the key thing is here, we want all students to be successful. And part of that success comes from being involved in school and attending school on a daily basis. So I strongly encourage you to assist your students in getting to school every day, one way or another. Obviously, if they have a fever, things like that, we don't want them to come to school till they're 24 hours fever-free, but we want students in school that way. So please help us with that. If you have any questions, any concerns, please let us know. We're always here to help. Let's have a great week, and I'll touch base again next week, and hopefully the Facebook page is up again. Thank you.